So far in this planner mini course, we've talked about how to create a plan, add buckets, and create tasks. In this lesson, we're going to talk about how to sort and filter information in a specific plan. I will demonstrate using the features available in the Planner Basic license that almost everybody has access to. When a plan is selected, at the top of the screen, just above the buckets, you'll see choice pills followed by a filter and search icon. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll also see the option to group your tasks based on certain information. The default selection is to organize your planner into a board view. This fake plan only has a few tasks, so it's easy to find what we're looking for. But as you continue to work with Planner, you will most likely have several tasks. Using filter, search, and grouping will make it easier to find the information you're looking for. We're going to get started by taking a look at the filter options for the board view. In the toolbar at the top of the screen, click the filter icon. In the drop-down box, there are some predefined options to use for assignment, labels, priority, bucket, status, and due date. Hovering over each one of these options will pull up a submenu. For example, if I hover the mouse over assignment, I can narrow down the list of tasks by selecting a name or even choosing unassigned. For this scenario, I will choose to look at tasks that are assigned to me and those that are unassigned. I'd like you to notice that there is now a number next to the filter icon to give a visual indication that this board has filters applied. Let's go back to the filter and add another one. This will not remove the existing ones. If I choose to further refine the list by adding the meeting label, there is only one task left on the board. To restore all the tasks, go back to the filter dropdown and choose Clear All. Next to the filter option, we have search, which is a fairly simple feature. It allows you to look for a task by a keyword in the task title. On the right side of the screen is the Group By dropdown. As mentioned a few moments ago, the default is by bucket. Click the dropdown and this will let you group tasks by assigned to, bucket, labels, due date, priority, and status. This is different from filters because changing the group by option does not hide tasks, it just reorganizes them. For example, I chose assigned to. Each person has their own column and all unassigned tasks will show up in the first column. Switching the group by option only applies to your view of the plan. It does not impact the view of other plan members. However, it can persist from one session to the next. So here's a common mistake that I see. Notice that some tasks like create business case are on the board twice because it's assigned to two people. When the group by view is not in the traditional bucket view, sometimes people think that this is a duplicate and may unintentionally delete it. As I mentioned in the created task lesson, deleting tasks cannot be recovered after the short undo window. Before deleting a task, make sure it is truly a duplicate. Now let's switch to the grid view by clicking the first button on the left side of the screen. This switches the tasks to a list view. The filter and search options remain the same, but the group by options are no longer available. The column names are predefined and you cannot add other column types. However, you can resize the fields by hovering the mouse between a field until you see the double line with the arrow on each side. Then adjust the size of the column to see more or less characters. You can also change the order of the columns. By default, the first one is task name, but I want it to be assigned to. Left-click Assign To and then drag and drop it to the new location. Clicking the drop-down next to any column name allows you to sort the list by ascending, descending, or hide a column. After you've hidden a column, to get it back, go to the far right side, click Add a Column, and then select the hidden column. The restored column will automatically be the last one on the list instead of going back to its original location. In this example, I hid status. If I want to put it back, I can drag and drop it between date and priority. The grid view is a nice option when you need to update information across multiple tasks. For example, I have a few that need a due date and a label. Instead of opening each task card, I can quickly update the fields in the grid view. Next, we're going to look at the calendar view. This information is driven by the task start and end dates. When a task has one date, it will show up in one box on the calendar. If it has both dates, this task will span across multiple days on the calendar. When a task does not have any dates assigned to it, the task card will be in the unscheduled task column on the right-hand side of the screen. On the top left side of the screen above the calendar, you can switch the months by clicking the left and right arrows next to the word today, or select the drop down next to the current month and then select the one you want to view. On the right side, you can decide if you prefer a week or a month view. Clicking the drop down next to the slide bar icon for open calendar view options lets you toggle show future recurring tasks on or off. You can update existing tasks by selecting one on the calendar or in the unassigned task column. This will open up the task card. Now, if all you want to do is add a date to an unassigned task, you can drag and drop it to the appropriate date on the calendar. Planner will assume that you are assigning a due date. It is also possible to create a new task by clicking the plus sign on any date on the calendar or clicking Add Task in the Unscheduled Task column. One of the most common questions I get is it possible to color code a planner calendar? It is not possible. The only color coding you will see is when a task is past due, it will turn red. The last view option we have when using the basic planner app is charts. This will give you some predefined information that cannot be customized. You will see status represented as a pie chart. Priority and bucket is a stacked bar chart, and members is a basic bar chart. The legend at the bottom of each one will let you know what each color represents. For example, I can quickly see on the status column that I have one late task to follow up on. You cannot click the chart to drill down to the task, so I will have to go back to the board view and find my late task. In this case, it was completed. I just forgot to mark it as done. Now, if we go back to the chart, the late task is green because it's completed. This is everything about the different view, sort, filter, and grouping options available in Planner. In the next video, we're going to look at how to manage plan settings, export the plan to Excel, and how to create a duplicate plan.